You guys can make fun of me and make all the videos you want about me. I don't care.
Say what you want. Put all the videos out there that you want, because frankly, I don't care what you think.
So go ahead, all you trolls. Make videos about this. Go and make all the videos you want.
Or you want to make videos about me? I just don't care anymore. I really don't care. I don't care if people re-upload this video. You can make fun of me all you want. It doesn't bother me.
Hey everybody, Dan King here. So I'm back in the car, and it's a nicer day than it was the other day when I was with my son because it was raining. But now it's a beautiful sunny day. I brought Mac the dog with me. We're at the park. You can see Mac's ass and dick behind me there. He's looking out the window. Let me call him Mac. Mac. All right, let me use the universal dog name. There he is. Hey, Mac. Say hi, buddy. Anyway, Mac the dog's with me. I'm going to take him for a walk in a little bit, but I wanted to bang out my first new Wally video in a while because I mentioned last time in my video a couple days ago that Walter, he keeps pulling me back in. I keep on trying to get out of this crazy game that Walter's in, but he evoked my name the other day. So I'll play the little clip where Walter just can't, I'll play a couple clips. One where Walter's talking about how he's defeated, these men are defeated and they know it. And another one when he evokes my name.
So right now I'm kind of owning two guys right now. They've been pretty much bitch smacked at this point, but that's still a work in progress. So I'm just chipping away at them. In my former home, and I hope the long-haired, Masonic assholes are listening out there. I got two assholes that are out there right now who think they're going to fucking cancel me, and they are sadly mistaken because I've been working on this shit behind the scenes, which is why I haven't been on the channel here lately. But anyway, don't let fucking people threaten you and cancel you and bully me. They're nothing but a bunch of fucking cowards until you stand in their faces and then you fucking punch them dead square in their jaw and you let their fucking teeth fall out of their mouths. That's what you got to do to these people. But anyway, I hope the Star Wars weirdos and the fucking Masonic, freak shows that are out there that are obsessed with my penis, because I don't know if they're gay or maybe, they like my stuff. I'm a pretty handsome, good-looking dude, especially since, they completely obsess about me. I know I'm a sexy guy, man. You got to love that man meat. Asshole spitting on your steering wheel. Get a fucking life, man. Put your Star Wars toys down. Homo. Yeah, the Long Island lowlife. Yeah, let's highlight that one. Yeah, the Long Island lowlife and the upstate lowlife. Fuck those guys. Fuck both of them, man. Who gives a shit? Well, it's okay for the long-haired scumbag spitting all over his windshield talking about me all day because I guess he got bored, jerking off to his lightsabers and Star Wars toys. Or like the other freak show who, likes to fucking pound down Jägermeister and fucking Vorsteiner with a bunch of other drunken reprobates during their fucking meetings. Fuck Kevin and fuck Dan. I bet you I bet you behind the scenes that both of them are gangbanging in back of fucking Kevin's house. Let them comment all they want. Block their comments, delete their comments. Fuck them. Fuck them. Stupid assholes. There's nothing that they can do. There's nothing they can do. Facts don't give a shit about long-haired, fucking gray-haired, scumbags who only work in New York, but they live outside the 5 boroughs of New York City because they don't give a flying fuck. The reason why they live outside the 5 boroughs of New York City is because they pay lower taxes, they avoid the traffic, but they make all that sweet, sweet New York City money. And then they go run to their houses in the fucking suburbs. Fucking scumbags. Who's the real asshole? Because I had one,
man.
The long-haired Dan King freak asshole scumbag dickhead that I threatened to take to court that tried to have me thrown out of my home along with his other buddies, which failed miserably.
Wow.
All right. Where he actually had the police come to my home the same day I took him to court, which is a joke. And they laughed at him. Yeah. So now that only enraged me even more. And that's why I took some time away. And of course was proven wrong because, what we do here in the South is not like in that rat hole, shithole, crime-infested socialist regime where now they have a whammons governor.
Okay guys, a little behind the scenes. So I just filmed the whole video and I was walking Mac the dog, but I realized I forgot to mention something in this video. In it, Walter says, "Oh, that son of a bitch, Dan King, he called the police on me the day I had my court date, and that son of a bitch, Wally, I never called the police on you, okay? I don't know what's going on, all right? Like, I'm a little upset I didn't think about it. But to be honest with you, Wally, even if I had a reason to call the cops on you, I wouldn't do it the day of your court date, because 4D chess guy, Walter, it would make me look bad if, like, you had your day in court and you were bringing me to court and I call the cops on you, like, to essentially swat you. All right, even if I had a legitimate reason, it would make me look bad. So, Walter, I don't know who called the cops on you, but it doesn't surprise me at all, because, Walter, your latest video is a little alarming, and I'm going to talk about it later on in my future videos, okay? You say some pretty fucked up stuff. You're like saying, oh, you drew your gun on somebody a few days ago, but you don't want to talk about it. And you're talking about how, like, you know, like, if a teacher is trying to enforce a mask mandate, you rip that mask off and you break their fucking legs, and the time to act is now. Like, you're kind of like a little unhinged, buddy. And you're talking about, like, you know, you want people to rise up and take over something. I don't know what it is. So, Walter, it doesn't surprise me at all that people call the cops on you. In fact, Walter, I know people who have contacted the feds about you, okay? Because, again, you're talking about pulling a Unabomber on court buildings and killing lawyers. And, like, you know, the feds, they don't like that kind of stuff. So, Walter, it's not me, okay? I want you to make content forever. I want you committed to an insane asylum. That's my wish. But, Walter, there's lots of other people. I know in your mind you like to put all your enemies together. Like, you take BLM, Antifa, Kevin, Dan, Star Wars freaks, the left, everyone from New York. You smush them together like aluminum foil ball, and you're like, those are my enemies. Like, but Walter, there's different, like, factions, okay? There's a lot of people who don't like you, and they're acting independently, okay? I'm not in charge of all the people that don't like you, Walter. And as I'm talking about in this video, there's lots of people in your past who want to break your fucking legs because you said you were a first responder, and you're not. Anyway, I just wanted to add that in real quick, and back to the video, guys.
Well, hey, listen, dude, like I said, they're trying to cancel me. They tried to fucking dogpile me on YouTube here. And it was an epic fail, thanks to friends of mine that I have out there who I showed the court papers to, and showed the cease and desist order, which they blatantly violated. They're only making it worse for themselves. And there's other things that I have planned, which I'm not going to talk about here. Suffice it to say, they keep fucking around. There's more to come. Let's just say it that way. But they know they're beaten. They have lost.
Okay, so that's Walter. He's evoking me again. He's bringing up my name. You know, like Wally, I keep on trying to like listen to you. Okay, you want me to stop making fun of you. Oh, not because of all the other stuff, because it's slander and all that, because it makes you cry, okay? I've seen video where you're like, Dan King won't let it go. He won't stop. And then I stop, and then you're like, I, Walter, have defeated that fucking long-haired cunt, oh, that bastard, oh, he fucking, oh boy. It's like, Walter, stop mentioning, because I'll do this forever, dude. I have no problem with it. It's not illegal. Okay, you make dumb fucking content. I comment on it. And you're gonna cry about it, okay? So, like, if this is gonna end with you crying, begging for me to stop, going, driving in your car, going, why do people, I'm living my life and people are picking on me. I don't understand. That's how this is gonna end, okay? Stop fucking bringing up my name. Actually, don't. I love doing this. Why? I love doing it. I get lots of thumbs up. The comments roll in. I'm sure you see them, and you probably get all mad and cry. You probably write down all those names, and you're gonna figure out who they are, and you're gonna add them to your black book. Oh, so and so said they don't like me. Oh, well, wait until this goes to the courts, and I'll blow it out, you know, because I have such success when I go to court. Oh boy. So that's that. Wally, you know, stop bringing up my name. Okay, actually, don't. I love doing it. Never stop bringing up my name. Anyway, I have so many ideas because I've been quiet and Walter's been pumping out all kinds of ridiculous shit. But for this video, I just wanted to focus on a particular subject. So, Slippery made a video. I talked about it. I made a quick video the other day with my son in the car. Slippery or Wet makes a video. And in the video, he talks about how, I don't know how I missed this because I've seen this video a bunch of times. But Walter there's a video of him like almost 10 years ago. He's down at Occupy Wall Street and he's got a little table set up and he's got a handwritten sign that says first responder on it for 9/11. And he talks to a reporter. He says first responder. And if you do a little Google searching, And you can find articles out from around this time period, and there's multiple articles where Walter's talking to reporters and like, yeah, first responder, I'm a first responder. And now, as we all know, Walter makes videos, and he's not a first responder. He claims he was down there at 9/12, and like his story has fucking changed. Probably because he lied about being a first responder and started getting shit about it and realized he's going to get his ass fucking handed to him by real first responders if he doesn't knock it off. So all of a sudden his story changed. And also he was probably going for money. He was trying, and like he couldn't provide paperwork that said he was a first responder, or maybe part of his brain knew that if he like does fill out paperwork for a first responder and it turns out he's not, he's going to be in a load of shit. So his story changed, and now he's the secondary responder. So Slippery makes this video exposing that. So Walter must have seen that, and he's just seething. He's running around the Bradley unit. He's losing his mind. He's been up all night, and he made a bunch of videos to expose Kevin Slippery or Wet for the scumbag loser that he is. And the videos that he puts out are the most ridiculous rebuttal. Again, Walter's like accused of basically stolen valor. Stolen valor, Wally. Fraudulent, fraud, stolen valor. That's the fucking accusations against you, Wally. And you're so dumb. First, one video... Well, again, I described what Slippery puts on his page, and Walter sees that and he goes, "Oh, they set up begging at Wall Street. Well, let me show you Kevin begging." It's like, Walter, the accusation isn't that you were begging at Wall Street. The accusation is you're a fraud. You said you're a first responder and you're not. But Walter has to deflect, and he has to try to like slander Kevin as best he can. So the one of the video is Kevin's wife. You know, their kid is disabled. Walter makes him a big deal about that. He's like, oh yeah, his wife was at some fair for like kids with disabilities, and she was talking to someone how hard it is to get like Medicaid for your disabled kid. Oh, and like that's Walter's first scathing thing. And he goes down this thing about how the Masons like to order catered food and how that's like an evil thing in this world to have. Imagine that a group of people got together and catered some food for the occasion. What's this world coming to? So that's one video, and the other one is Walter's like, oh, you know, have you seen Kevin? He gets in political arguments with people on social media. Yeah, can you believe that? Again, what's this world coming to? Where like a man gets in an argument over politics on the humanity. And in that one, I think that's the same one, where Walter makes this dumb connection. He's like, people say I'm racist because I'm a Trump supporter, and Kevin looks like he's a Trump supporter, and he talks about the things I do, so how come people don't say he's a racist? Like, he makes this dumb connection. Walter, again, like, for the 800th time, sit down, okay? Like, no one's ever said, because you're a Trump supporter, you're a racist. Maybe someone has, but I haven't, and Kevin hasn't, okay? Like, we call you racist because of the racist shit you say, okay? Walter, we both know who I'm talking about, okay? There's one of the Star Wars guys. He's Asian. You call him a G-O-O-K, okay? Then there's another guy who's Jewish, and he's an H-E-E-B-K-I-K-E. I think that's how you spell it. I realize that's not a race, but he's also anti-Semitic too. And also, Walter, you say, you know, you have Brillo-like hair. This honky is your master. You can only see eyes and teeth. I know that's Fantasma, Wally, but again, we know that you're Fantasma, okay? You totally outed yourself as Fantasma. So that was a Fantasma racist comment. Also, Tico's people live in grass huts. That was another one. That was another. You would talk about BLM and you're like, oh, they're gorillas. They're jungle monkeys. Okay, Wally, all of that. That's why we think you're a racist. Not because you're a Trump supporter. I don't give a rat's ass about your fucking politics, okay? I've seen you say racist shit, okay? So stop trying to make these weird connections. All right, as far as I know, there's no video of Kevin saying horrible racist shit online, okay? Keep looking, Wally. Maybe you'll find something. I'm looking at my notes, too. Oh, and at the end of that, also, Wally, in the comments, Wally's like, oh, don't worry, because Penny Pounder, once again, is like, I love you, Maga Man, because he's always, in caps, he's always shouting. But anyway, Penny, it's down to like Penny and Plastic in the Tree. And So Wally's like, oh yeah, don't like the next video is all about New York. So Wally's, this is my prediction because Wally's done this dance before. He's gonna make this stupid like connection where he's like, oh, you know, Kevin, he works in Queens, but he lives out in Long Island. Pfft, what a traitor! Oh, he's not even like he's dealing with the Antifa and BLM. He like runs to the suburbs. It's like, Wally, do you understand the concept of the suburbs? Okay, there's like the city, and it's very expensive to live in the city, and then outside the city there's like other neighborhoods that may not be that great, you know, but they're close to the city, and then you move farther out, like in this, like that's, you know, like that's major cities. This is a regular thing, Wally. Lots of people live in the suburbs and go into Manhattan to work. It's not like something crazy, or it means that he's a racist, or I think he's going to go down the thing like, oh, you know, New York has fallen apart because of Democrats and politicians, and where were you, Kevin? How come you're not there fighting the good fight? Like, that's, I'm sure, going to be Wally's big exposing video of Slippery When Wet. So, and also one of the videos, Wally ends it with a great video. I kind of forgot about this video. It's a music video. It's Filthy Frank. I think it's also the pink guy he's also known as. And it's Shut the Fuck Up. I love that song. The video's funny. I like that guy. He's running around causing chaos in some, it looks like New York or something. He's running around. But anyway, Walter uses that video to, like, you know, give Kevin a little this at the end of it. But Walter, like, you know, according to your cease and desist, your fake cease and desist that you sent me, I know you take copyright very seriously. And that song, unfortunately, is copyrighted. And you played the whole thing, so you left me no alternative but to, like, report your video for copyright infringement. Because, you know, you're not supposed to use an entire clip of something. And I know you understand how frustrating it is when people use your copyrighted material. But you're using it inappropriately because, again, you're using the entire clip. You're not commenting on it. You're just playing it to play it. So that's not cool, Walter. So I'm going to report you to YouTube about it. Sorry, but I know you don't want to be a hypocrite. So anyway, I want to talk about Wally's first responder video a little bit. So again, I'll show the clip of it. Walter's down at this is I don't know when it was this video was. It was whenever Occupy Wall Street was. But Walter's down there. He's got a little table. He's talking about all the drugs he has to take. And I guess he's not getting money from something, and he wants money from something. But he has a handmade sign that says, first responder, blah, blah, blah. And he talks to a reporter, and he says, first responder. So this isn't something Walter could say, oh, you know, I misspoke, and I didn't understand the world at that time. And, like, there's no confusion. Walter's flat out lying about being a first responder. And now, like, again, I'll play that clip, and then I'll show you some articles where it says, well, he's a first responder. And then I'll show you some video talking about how he's not a first responder. He was down there at 9/2, and I'll show you some clips of modern articles that say he's not a first responder.
Much for me to handle anymore. So my family's been helping me, my friends have been helping me, everybody in my personal life, I thank you very much, but it's just come to such a point that I can't do it anymore. So instead of choosing the bad route, I decided to come out here and take up a collection. Actually, this is the third time I'm doing it, and it helped me pay my rent last month. So, and I thanked everybody here for that. And I actually took some and put it in their buckets too because they deserve it. I thought I did what I did, like many other first responders like me, did what we did for our fellow citizens that lived here, like our veterans going across the seas and defending our right to have our cell phones and our Starbucks and our fancy shiny shoes.
The morning of September 11th came about. I'm working at 125th Street in Harlem at St. Nicholas Avenue. And somebody said, hey man, let's go up to the roof of the building and go see what's going on. And as soon as you got up, from our perspective, that far north in New York City, you could see, you know, like in this perspective, the two towers on fire. It looked like two cigarettes from our point of view, because we were so, you know, that's 125th Street. That's all the way up on the other side of Manhattan. So you see it from this kind of distance. You know, I mean, it's that far, and you see plumes of smoke. My father calls, Walt, get your ass out of there. They hit the Pentagon. And immediately guys started wrapping up their tools trying to get home. By that time, they were already starting to close down the subways. The bridges, they were starting to shut down the bridges. I told John, listen, I'm getting out of here. My father's begging me to come home. I got to go. He's like, you got it, kid. Go ahead, man. I mean, I don't think you should leave, honestly, because if something happens, you might get hurt. But if you got to go, you got to go. So I literally picked up, I grabbed my gear, locked up all the stuff, and left. And literally walked from Harlem all the way across, because the buses were packed. The traffic was already insane with people trying to get out of the city. So I literally walked from the west side of Manhattan all the way across 125th Street to the Triborough Bridge. And at that time, I had a big Plumbers Local 1 t-shirt, and somebody saw that logo. So they were still allowing certain kinds of vehicles to go across the Triborough Bridge. And it happened to be a bunch of plumbers. Hey, kid, get on our truck. Let's go. And let me get on their truck and drove me across, you know, and my father and my mother were waiting in the car, waiting to come get me on the other side in Queens. And once I was at my parents' place, that's when, you know, the reality of it all set in. That we're under attack.
The first responders like me. The first responders like me. The first responders like me.
Okay, so that was, you know, you get it. And also the article that I make was from Wally recently made a 9/11 video, just this past 9/11. No doubt he reached out to WCNC Charlotte, right, Wally? They didn't call you up and said, "Oh, we wanted to start." I'm sure you contacted them and said, because it's, you know, it's like your big holiday, 9/11. I'm sure you're like, I am a 9/11 guy, and if you guys want to do a little story about me, I'm here for you. And they came out, and in that article, Wally, that just came out last year, it says Walter wasn't a first responder, but blah blah blah. So Wally, you said you're a first responder, and now a reporter saying you're not a first responder. You say how you were down at 9/2. Like, talk about that, okay? Like the next time, like you're on a live stream or something, instead of like talking about how evil Kevin is because he eats catered food, or how like I look funny because I have no neck and I have long greasy hair. Like, talk about how people say you're a 9/11 fraud, okay? But you won't. You'll deflect or whatever. And because this came out, I was doing a little, and also Wally was snooping around trying to find stuff about Kevin, I started re-snooping around about Wally and his 9/11 bullshit. And fun fact, I found a thing. It says, I'm looking at my notes right now. So I found, Walter makes a, there's a change.org article, and it's like, I'm looking at my notes. It says, remove libels accusations from the Facebook page, quote, 9/11 scam artists. And Walter writes it. And if you go to it now, it's like, it's deactivated. Nothing ever happened. I think only like 36 people signed it. But Walter mentions a Facebook page called 9/11 scam artists. So I go to Facebook and I type in 9/11 scam artists. And sure enough, the group is still there. It's very old. There hasn't been any activity on it. But it's what it sounds like. It's whoever's running it is reporting like people who are doing scummy things. And Walter gets mentioned a bunch of time. Probably because he's lying about being a first responder. And Walter was trying to shut up. And same thing he does now. He's like, there's no proof. There's no evidence. These guys are making up stuff. And I was trying to find it. But in one of the comments, somebody's saying, oh yeah, this mother effer, he makes a video called, it's I have the name of it somewhere. It says the video is first responder confronts NYPD at Zuccotti Park eviction 9/2/2011, part 1, and it's apparently Wally's video, and you know, the guy's like laughing because Wally, once again, Wally refers to himself as a first responder. And if you click on the link is dead. There's nothing there. The video's been yanked. But Wally, like, maybe that's why the 9/11 guys are after you, okay? Because, oh, I meant to mention earlier, Babu Parsek, he posted a video recently, and it's about an hour long, and it's back in the day when Wally's living with baby mom. It's probably like 2012, 13, somewhere around there. And he's making a video, and his little daughter keeps running in. It's like, Daddy, I want to play with you. And it's like, no, shut up. Daddy has to, once again, defend himself from the lies and slander that are out there on the internet. So Wally goes, and now this all makes sense to me, because I remember, in fact, at the end of that Babu Parsek video, Walter mentions my name because you can't see the chat, but I must have come in and I'm like, Walter, stop with the 9/11 stuff, because I think I was watching his daughter. His daughter kept coming over like, Daddy, you want to play? And she's like, no, 9/11. I got to talk about 9/11. I think I typed it. I'm like, Wally, why don't you go play with your daughter? Like, you know, you're getting crazy with 9/11. But now this video makes sense, because when I first came on, Walter was talking about all this stuff, but I didn't know what was going on. But now it makes sense that Walter must have said he was the first responder. The real 9/11 first responders wanted to fucking kill this guy. In fact, in the Babu Parsek video, I'll find a clip because I think it's funny. Wally is up there and he's like, oh, I don't do anything wrong. And these men said they want to stuff me in a trunk.
And the responses that came up when he seen that, oh, look at this fucking 9/11 fraud, he's in his Darth Vader costume, fuck this guy. The responses that came up afterward with this cult of followers that this particular guy has, he should be hung, he should be beat, he should be stuck in the trunk of a car and drowned and all that stuff. And I still got records of this on disc, and it happened a couple times over the years.
So yeah, there's Wally. Once again, Wally doesn't, he you know, I know it's amazing, guys, but he joined a group of people, and everyone in the group wants to murder him, and he doesn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. They must have been jealous of your hot wife, Wally, right? But yeah, so there's Wally once again, like, you know, he opens his big mouth and lies and gets himself into real trouble, and he just brings attention to it. Like he said, like, I didn't know any of this, but because Walter made a change.org petition and said, remove comments about me from this group, and he names it. So, like, you know, I don't want to make it like I'm, you know, Sherlock Holmes. It was like pretty easy to like find this, because Walter keeps leaving paper trails of his fraud. Wally, if you just shut your mouth, people will probably forget about this and move on. But you have to stand in a soapbox and say, no, I am innocent and there's no proof. There's proof, Wally. There's multiple proof of you saying you're a first responder, and you're not a first responder. You're lying. You're a fraud, okay? Stolen valor, asshole. Talk about that. I think it's everything. I'm looking through my notes. Babu Parsek, signatures. Oh, and the last thing I want to talk about is also, like, Wally, he talks about, he was in a car recently, and there's a video I'm going to talk about later, because again, there's so much material. But Walter's in the car, and he's driving, and he's sad, and something happened, and he's looking for plastic in a tree and Penny Pounder to give him attention because he's sad. And in that, again, Penny Pounder and the MAGA army, do some critical thinking, all right? Walter's in a car, and he's like, well, I tried an epic battle, and I fought it, and I lost, and why, and woe is me.
Tonight I fought a valiant fight, which I lost, and it seems I'm never gonna win. My family have completely turned their back on me for no reason.
And he goes on, like, guys, ask him what the fuck he did, because he doesn't explain it, and I'm sure it was another fucking scam. Because that's what the guy's always scheming and scamming. All right, I'm guessing. I'm totally speculating here, because Walter briefly mentions like his parents and baby mama, and it's something to do with it. What I think it is, because Walter's mentioned this before in the past. His mom lives near baby mama, and I think his mom has some kind of relationship with the kids, because those are her grandkids. So, but I'm guessing the rules are probably like, you know, baby mama's probably like, okay, you can come over and see the kids, but don't tell Wally, don't let Wally know, don't send him pictures because he'll lose his fucking mind. So I'm guessing that's what's going on. And Walter will catch wind of this every now and again. And he, you know, he makes videos where he's trying to contact baby mama and she won't pick up the phone because she's selfish. And he harasses her dad. Where's my kids? Where's my girl? And like, he's like, stop harassing my family. So Walter, I think, tries to get his mom to, like, relay a message to baby mama, and she's probably like, fuck you, scam artist asshole, and that's it. And then Walter cries about it, because one of the things in the car, he's like, my family doesn't like me for no reason at all. Wally, you make a video where you tell the audience that you have at the time, 1,600 people. You say, my mother's a Xanax-popping racist narcissist. And you say, my heroin-using father used to beat me with a wiffle ball bat.
That one line right there summed up what my mother is. She is a narcissist. She's a pill-popping Xanax addict. I had a mother who, even now to this day, who's essentially a narcissist. She claims to be a Trump supporter. She's a closet bigot and a racist. If her black and Spanish friends heard the things that came out of her mouth that I heard her say by using the N-word towards certain people, you would be shocked. And then meanwhile, she claims to be a Trump supporter and she is not.
You know, my dad did some pretty bad stuff with himself. You know, he was he took heroin when he was much younger back in the 70s, before I was born. I got into the elevator and I went downstairs and my dad was standing there with a yellow wiffle ball bat, you know, like Luke Skywalker. And man, all it took was just one shot. And I tell you what, he was right to do it because I broke the rules.
Okay, Wally, like, maybe that's the reason, or one of the reasons, that your parents don't want anything to do with you. Also, Walter says, my mom calls me a scam artist, and I don't do anything wrong. All I do is lie about being a first responder, so people give me money. Wally, what else does mom know that you've been up to, or did in your life, okay? Scam artist, Wally. That's what even your mom calls you a scam artist. What does that say about you, Wally? And you'll make a video, my mom is wrong. No, Wally, I tend to believe your mom in this one. And talking about believing people, one of the comments, I usually don't like saying this stuff because it's like, it's he said, she said. But Babu Parsek, apparently Babu knows Walter from back in the day. And Babu said in one of the comments that, Walter used to tell people that, like, he carried bodies out of 9/11. And again, this is like Babu saying Walter said that. I don't have any other receipts. But Walter, I tend to believe what Babu has to say, okay? That seems like something you do, is tell people. But then when it came time to, like, fill out paperwork and get money, you had to change your story because you couldn't prove that you were, you know, running into as the building's collapsing, you're running out with 2 people on each shoulder, right? Anyway, I think that's it. Oh, the last thing I want to talk about is, I don't hold me to this, everybody, because I'm still thinking about, but I'm thinking about doing a live stream. In my mind, that'll be like, you know, the full circle. Like Walter, it started out like Walter would like come after me and he'd do live streams and he's talking shit about me. And I was just some random guy with like in the world. And then I created a YouTube channel and I started talking to Wally's pals and Wally's pals talked to me. And I think to complete that whole circle would be like me making a live stream and talking about Wally. It'll drive him nuts. And I'll bring on some guests. I'm thinking of calling it something like Dogpile Thursdays because dogpile is apparently a legal term. And Wally will get all mad. You can't make a live stream and talk about me, even though I've done that 1,000,000 times to other people. But it's different when it's me, Maga Man. So Wally, get prepared. Dogpile Thursdays. I'll make an announcement. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do it because I'm very intimidated. I have to get like a green screen. I think I need to get all the guys have like a big microphone that looks expensive. I don't want to use like a headpiece and I look at things. I look like an idiot. I want to have like a microphone. Or maybe I'll just do the headpiece because I don't know if I'm going to do this frequently. But yeah, Wally, it's going to be great. I already have some people who are interested and they'll all tune in and we'll all start sharing us stuff. Maybe I'll play some of your videos live. And we can discuss how you're a fraud 9/11 guy. It's going to be a real hoot. Anyway, I think that's it. Let me go over my notes one more time. I feel like I'm missing something major. But I think in my mind, I'm just thinking of all the wonderful other videos that's going to follow this one because they're coming, folks. Anyway, that's it. Mac the dog, he's back there somewhere. Oh yeah, there he is. That's his back right there. He gave up on me. He was looking out the window before because this is the park where there's deer and stuff. Anyway, I'm wrapping it up. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Oh, I forgot one more thing, guys. This is actually a secret message just for Babu Parsek. Babu, are you paying attention? Okay, so Babu, like, you and I, we don't have, like, a direct line of communications, and I've been dying to know who the fuck you are. And I came up with this idea, but I didn't know how to communicate with you. So I figured I'd make a little video, and also it'll drive Walter crazy. This is what I want you to do so we can contact one another. I want you, Babu, to send me an email at the Wally MAGA fan. I forget what it is. I'll link the email below. I've linked it before. This is associated with this channel. And I want you to send me an email. But, you know, like, we may be infiltrated by the MAGA army or Antifa or BLM because they're everywhere, you know. Anyway, I want you, Babu, to send me an email. And in the email, we'll have some kind of, like, secret phrase that you come up with for, like, you know, like white elephant or something will be the magic phrase. And then you could tell me to go to one of your videos in the comment, and I'll put in the phrase that you send me in the email, and that'll verify because you control your channel. So, you know, you send me the secret phrase and tell me where you want me to put it, and I'll make a comment on one of your videos that you pick. And then I'll know that that's you, and then we'll have an email line of communications, and Wally will report us to the authorities. He'll be like, yes, these two men, they secretly email one another messages and talk about me, and you gotta haul them off to prison, CMPD, yeah. Anyway, so that's the plan, Babu, and I'm wrapping up for real this time. See you guys later, bye!